What is up, Bucko Nation? Welcome to the Pirates Live 4-2 postgame show. I'm Mason Zapesky, your host. Tonight we're going to discuss the Pirates' 10-6 win, or 10-6 loss, 10-6 loss against the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia. I did get lucky tonight that I was able to watch some highlights of this and be able to film this tonight. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing for sure, but it was not good what the Pirates did tonight. Let's talk about that a little bit here. Bottom of the second inning, things do not get good as Justin Crawford reached on a fielder's choice to third. Bowman Stott scored on a friendly error by Nick Gonzalez. There was a miscommunication, it seemed, between him and Henry Davis, which is not good at all. Crawford advances to second on this error, and Gabriel Rincones Jr. reaches third on the friendly error, which is ridiculous. Then, in the bottom of the second inning, Trey Turner hits a 3-run blast off of Paul Skeens, scoring Rincones and Crawford. It is now 5-0 Phillies. Pirates already are not in a good place. It's the bottom of the second. It's a Skeens start. This should not be happening at all. This should not be happening in the least. Anyway, I don't know. Something's up with my voice today, but it's fine. Top of the third inning. Paul Skeens' new best buddy, his favorite catcher, hits a homer to left center field, Henry Davis. This makes it 5-1. Scoring doesn't stop there for the Pirates as Brian Reynolds hits a single to left field. This scores KG to make it 5-2. Still, though, we could not generate momentum as Brandon Morris hits a homer to right field. This makes it 6-2 Philadelphia. Bottom of the fourth, Bryce Harper doubles to center, scoring Trey Turner and Gabriel Rincones Jr. once again. This now makes it 8-2 Phillies after 4. That was Paul Skeens tonight for you. That's how he was. Top of the fifth, we responded really well throughout the top of the fifth and the seventh to make this a competitive game. I love the resilience tonight. I will give them credit on this. They were so freaking resilient tonight. I'm so proud about that. So good for them. Top of the fifth, Nicky G singles to center, scoring his Maryland Maryland, right? As Maryland, yeah. As Maryland Valdez. This makes it a 8-3 game because Hearn was sent to second. Then Triolo, of all people, gets hit by a pitch, scoring Ryan O'Hearn. Mangum goes to second. Gonzalez goes to third. It is now 8-4. That's just life. Top of the seventh, Big Tree also comes through again now. Again, some more RBIs, doubling to left field, scoring Jake Mangum and Nicky G. He's had himself a nice series. He really has had himself a nice series, potentially a candidate for Star of the Week Sunday. So we'll see about that. But doubles to left, scoring Jake Mangum and Nicky G. This makes it 8-6. So we have hope. It feels like we have hope. I know they're going to put in Johan Duran and all that, and it's going to be tough, but this team crawled back and it gave himself a chance. Until in the bottom of the eighth inning, Alec Boehm homers to center field, scoring both him and Brandon Morris. It is now 10-6 Philly, and that's how this game ends. I'm disappointed in tonight. I expected us to lose this game. However, I expected us to lose a low-scoring game. For sure. I did. I just don't get it with Skeens. Something is not right with him. I don't think it was the World Baseball Classic. I just don't. I think what he has right now, the past 2 years, and I don't think he realized this, he had a pitching coach that made him dominant and wasn't afraid to unlace him and the pitching staff as a whole. I think the current pitching coach is somewhat afraid to unlace this pitching staff. I don't think Bill Murphy is the right guy for this job or this team. Actions have consequences. And Paul found that out the hard way. He is for somebody that allowed 8 runs tonight and 4 runs in his last start, he has way too much freaking power. There is no reason whatsoever he should get to determine who the pitch coach is, determine changes to the coaching staff, which is what happened last year, and get to pick his own catcher. Like, he is not running for president of the United States of America, picking his vice president. That's not who he is. He's an MLB starting pitcher. And I don't think any of, like, do you see Scooball, Sanchez, Mizorowski, those guys, Chase Burns, do you see them, like, picking their catchers? I don't think so. Like, I know he's your friend, and I'm not mad at all that he's your friend. He should be your friend. I'm sure they're both good people, and I'm sure they both get along. But you can't tell the manager, this is who needs to be my catcher. That is not fair to the lineup, and that is not benefiting the team right now. So that's step number one. You need to force him to catch with someone else. And if that makes things better, okay. If that makes things worse, then yeah, maybe you do go back. But you know what? They're too darn afraid. Like, there's so much fear in this organization right now, I feel. I just don't get, like, you might only win one game against the Phillies this year. You split the Phillies last year. This team, in some regards, it feels like, has actually taken a decline from last year. Last year we won 4-2 against Colorado. This year we won 3-3 against them. Yes, it's one game. Yes, we're playing better against teams we didn't play good against last year, like Tampa Bay. We won 2 against Tampa Bay this year. We only won 1 against them last year. So that makes up for the whole Rockies thing. But at the same point in time, everything is not clicking how it should be. And that's unfortunate. It's almost like a science experiment. We're going to go into the chemistry lab for a minute, despite me never taking a chemistry class. When you put 2 atoms of a chemical, oh, and now I have to pull up the periodic table because I don't know diddly squat about chemistry. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make the chemical. Periodic table. This shows you how dumb I am. I'm joking. When you put... It's probably good that I'm a business major, not a chemistry major. When you put... Okay, so say you have a chemical jar. I don't have a jar with me. Here, we're going to use this water jug. Say I have this jug. This jug needs to be full for the Pirates to be competitive this year and to be good. In 2025, I have a ton of magnesium in there. And there's this little bit of magnesium that is making the whole batch of magnesium ultra flippin' powerful to the point where it's becoming noticed. And like everyone's saying how lethal and how fun and how like awesome this is. That's impacting the magnesium. That's what Oscar Marine did to this team. And I don't think the pitchers were grateful. I think they were very ungrateful for what Marine did. So, at the end of the year, because we went 71 and 91 and we decided to bring the general manager back for another year, the pitchers, didn't like this extra jolt of magnesium that was in the bottle that was actually strengthening it and getting them the national attention that they were getting. So they tell the manager, we don't want this here. We think we can use an extra jolt. So we pour out the extra jolt of magnesium, and we try to put in instead molybdenum, or whatever that chemical is. It's number 42 on the periodic table. Now we notice, I'm going to pick some ones that we know. Now we notice we don't have enough sulfur in the chemical, which was the hitting. We did not have enough hitting. So in this case, sulfur could be hitting. So let's use magnesium for pitching, the talented pitching we had last year, sulfur could be the hitting, and chlorine could be your bullpen. You had decent chlorine in here, and what did you do? You decided to put poison in it and affect the whole thing, and the chlorine now is destroyed and is ruined to the point where it's cost you like 10 to 15 games this year. But we're not going to talk about them tonight because they're not the problem right now. Now, we're in 2026. We have this jug with chemicals in it. The sulfur is awesome. It is doing great, which is the hitting. The hitting is doing great. That's your sulfur. Your chlorine is poisoned. Now your sulfur has to do very good because your chlorine is effectively poisoned because of something we decided to do in bringing this, I'm not even going to say it, in to be our pitching coach. And now, because they wanted to try to get a chemical up or a reaction up or whatever the chemistry folks call it, we now ruin the magnesium, and now the magnesium is significantly weaker, and now you have a better jar of chemicals, and you have a better chemical or thing you're trying to do in the chemistry lab, but now you weaken something that you thought was strong. You significantly strengthened a chemical that you thought was weak, which is a good thing, but you poisoned one other. And the fact that one chemical is weakened and one is now poisoned, that we're both really good, and that what we invested in and that we did a good job in so far under Charrington, now that they're significantly weaker, that is the issue. And that is why our team is not as good as it is. We need it to be better. The moral of the story, and why I'm bringing up chemistry and chemicals, is because when you're getting a good reaction from one chemical, you shouldn't change the chemical. I don't know chemistry real well, but we can type it into Google AI. Let's type it in. When a chemical is giving a good reaction, should you change the chemical? Here's what it says. This is exactly how I typed it. When a chemical is giving a good reaction, should you change the chemical? Here's what AI says. Generally, no. If a chemical is already yielding the desired results and a good reaction, there is no need to change it. That's our pitching staff from last year. If the chemical, the pitching staff in this case, is already yielding the desired results and a good reaction, there is no need to change it. And what did they do? They changed it because somebody complained. And because that somebody was a Cy Young winner, they have to listen to them. It is ridiculous why we are here having this conversation on a Wednesday night. This is supposed to be our best pitcher. This is supposed to be a guy who sets down the Phillies lineup. He did set down the Phillies lineup. Last year we lost 1-0 to Philadelphia in this ballpark, and we beat them 2-1 on a skiing start at home. He allowed 2 total runs to them last year. He's allowed over 10 to them this year. That's the thing. Actions have consequences. Moral of the story here. And I'm sure if you have a chemistry major in your life, ask them about this. And they'll prove my point right. When a chemical is giving you the desired reaction, you don't change it. Skeens wanted to change it. They changed it. And look what happened. Nights like this. So we're suffering because of our own consequences. And you cannot blame Ben Cherington on that. Cherington has certainly had his failures here as the general manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm not going to lie about that. However, look at what he has done over the past year. He got rid of the Brian Hayes contract. Look how that went. It went great. Bailey Falter trade. Look at how that went. Great again. Brandon Lau trade. Great again. Oviedo trade. Great again. Soto signing. I think it went pretty good. O'Hearn. Great. You get the point. Maybe he isn't 100% with the bullpen. Maybe we should be mad at him because he hasn't acquired a bullpen arm right now. Remember, that chemical is poisoned after all. But anyway, the point being this. You cannot directly blame Cherington for everything. You had a good chemical. You just fought the reaction. You changed the reaction to a good chemical, and it backfired. You strengthened a chemical, and this is what is on Cherington. There was a chemical that was weak in the jar, and he strengthened it, and he made it strong. So Cherington did do a great job with the hitting, and don't tell me otherwise, because he did do a great job with the hitting this offseason. Maybe the Bednar trade wasn't great, but oh well. He wasn't going to solve all of our problems anyway. Moral of the story is this. The pitching coach change backfired. And I don't think we should be that surprised that it did. The plan forward for this franchise is this. This needs to be a turning point and a learning lesson for Donnie. He needs to learn that he's the manager. He calls the shots. The players report to him. This is not elementary school where you tattletale because you don't like something little. This is Major League Baseball, and if something's working, you keep doing it. The players report to Kelly. He makes the call on them and the coaching staff, not the players. Kelly reports to Cherington. If Cherington recommended this change, then it is on Cherington. However, if the players wanted it, then it's on the players and Kelly. Right now, there's not enough evidence to directly blame Cherington. And Cherington put his best foot forward this offseason to help improve the team. Look at the trades the guy made. So my last point to you all is this. Because I could rant for another hour about this topic, but I'm not going to, because I want to go to bed, I want to have a good night, and I want to have some peace. Because I have work tomorrow morning, and I need to be the best person possible in my job so that I can do good for my company and those who depend on me. However, I will say this in closing. You don't have to be a chemistry major to realize that when a chemical is doing well, you don't change it. And the Pirates did just that. And it blew up the reaction. And now the chemical is dangerous. The Pirates are under 500 in the middle of a gauntlet. Maybe Washington will be a little easier. They could be. But it is a road series. Atlanta's slumping. Maybe that'll be okay. Milwaukee won't be fine. Maybe Cleveland could be okay. Yankees aren't that hot right now. It could be all fine and dandy, as far as we know. But right now, it's not. You gotta figure out what's going on with Skeets. I'm disappointed, but are we all? That's a wrap on the Pirates Live 412 postgame show. The Philadelphia Phillies improved to 49-38. The Pirates fall to 43-44. I believe it was Zach Wheeler. Let's confirm this. I do believe Zach Wheeler did get the win for the Titans. Let's check. And then I'm going to have to head out because we're 20 minutes right now. This is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm freaking on a Pirate show talking about, I can't believe I'm on a Pirate show giving a chemistry lecture. Come on now. You gotta be. Orion Kirkring gets the win for the Titans. Proves to 6-0. Good pitcher. Paul Skeens takes the loss for the Pirates and falls to 6-8. It's tonight. Series finale. Tomorrow at 12:35. Let's see who's on the hill. Jared Jones will go against Alan Rangel. Series and season finale against the Phillies. Got to get this one. You just got to. That's all I have for tonight. Have a good night. Take care. Stay safe. Learn the periodic table. And as always, peace and God bless. See you guys tomorrow for the pregame show.